Okay, so today's session, the purpose of today's session is to energise you and to fight fatigue. So we're just going to start off really slowly and then just gradually speed up the movements, building energy into the body. So to start with, just taking one hand and bringing it behind your back. So if it's the right hand behind your back, just tilting your head now towards the left shoulder, so towards your opposite shoulder, feeling a pull into the shoulder, into the neck. Good, just holding this position. And then bringing your arm back out to the side, then doing the same thing on the other side. So now bringing the other arm behind your back and then tilting the shoulder now to the opposite shoulder again. Keeping your shoulders level, just feeling a nice stretch down the neck. Good, just keep holding this. And then back to the middle, and now moving into some slow shoulder rolls, bringing your shoulders up to your ears and then down. Good, just really slowly waking up the body. One more backwards, and then changing directions, coming forwards. Good, okay, relax there, then moving into some head rolls, bringing your ear over to your shoulder and then rolling all the way around, other ear to other shoulder, and then back again. So just stretching out the neck, keeping your chin tucked in as you do this. Good, so just again, really nice and slowly, just take your time. Okay, and then moving into the calves and the ankles, so just going through some slow calf pumps with your feet a little bit wider than hip width, a little bit wider than together, so about hip width apart, and then just rolling one foot onto the other, so calf pumps, slow calf pumps, lifting your heels off the ground, just one at a time. Good, so transferring the weight from one side, bending your knees as you do this. Good, just really nice and slowly. Just a few more. Okay, that's good there. Then moving into a calf stretch, so I'll just turn so you can see me sideways. Just taking a step back with one foot, keeping your back foot flat on the ground. Make sure your toes and your ankles are aligned. And then just shifting the weight forwards and slowly backwards. So just again, a really small, slow movement. As you shift the weight forwards, make sure your back heel is staying flat on the floor. Feeling the stretch into the calf. Good. Okay, and now keeping the weight forwards and now just bending the back knee and then extending. So just keeping the slight bend of that front knee, just so the weight's forwards, and then a slight bend of the back knee, lifting down and up. Try and keep your heel almost flat on the ground. As you bend the back knee, it might lift very slightly, but just try and keep it flat. Good, okay, and then stepping forwards, doing the same thing on the other leg. So other leg comes back, make sure your foot and ankle are aligned again, and then again just shifting the weight forwards and backwards. So moving onto that front leg. Good, keep this going. Okay, and next one, just keeping the front knee bent, and then again, just bending the back knee slightly and extending. So again, stretching into the calf muscle, going deeper into the Achilles, keeping the front leg still, just a small movement. Good, last 3, 2, 1. Okay, stepping forwards again. And then taking a deep breath in, lifting your arms up above your head, reaching tall. Then bring your hands together and reaching then behind your back, bending your elbows. Good, then breathing out, just extending, bring them back down to your side. And then again, lifting your arms up, deep breath in, hands coming together, bending your elbows, reaching behind the back, and breathing out again, hands coming to your side. And last one of these, deep breath in, reaching your arms up above your head, bending your elbows. Good, and breathing out again, bring your arms back down. Good, okay, now making your way onto your back on the floor, just moving into some stretches on the floor to start with, and then we'll introduce a little bit more movement again. So down onto your back. Good, just take your time coming down. Okay, once you are on your back on the floor, the first one we're going to start off with is just going for some lower body stretches. So you start off with your right side and your knee coming towards your chest, your left leg extended away from you. So just pulling the knee close to your chest, just feeling a stretch into the glute on the right side and into the lumbar spine. So in the lower back on that right side. Good, just holding this stretch, keeping your legs still. And then just pulling your knee towards your right shoulder now, so opening up the hip flexor, opening up the inside of the thigh, just holding it there again. So still small movements here. Good, and then bring it all the way across your body, so now towards your left shoulder, towards the left side of the body. You can bring your right arm out as well and just look over your right shoulder here, going deeper into the glute and into the lower back again. Just holding that stretch. Good. Then coming back to the middle, placing your foot back on the ground again, just sliding it away from you slowly, and then taking the other foot, bringing the left knee now towards the chest, just holding that stretch, keeping your legs still. Now feeling the stretch in the left glute and in the left lumbar spine. Good. Then pulling your left knee towards your left shoulder, so now just opening up the hip flexor on the left side, opening up the inside of the thigh, so just taking it out. You can either use one hand or two, just holding that stretch. Then pulling your knee towards the centre again, and then now towards your right shoulder and across the right side of the body, bringing your left arm out to the side, and just holding that stretch again into the glute, into the lower back. Looking over the left shoulder for an extra stretch. Good, coming back to the middle, and now aiming to bring your right knee in as well, so just going for a stretch now for the back, pulling your knees towards your chest. To get an extra stretch, just have a go lifting your head up off the floor as well, or just keep your head on the ground. It's up to you here. Good, and then slowly placing the feet back on the floor. We're just going to move into a few pelvic tilts now, so just pushing your lower back into the floor and then releasing, so just slowly rolling through. Good, so lower back presses down into the floor, belly button joins in, and then release. Try and do this with the back and the stomach muscles rather than your feet. Try and relax your feet here. Okay, and then just moving into some bridges, so we're just going to move into a little bit more movement now, lifting your hips up off the floor, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, squeezing the glutes at the top, and then rolling slowly down. want to keep this going. Nice fluid movement here. Good, just go for one more of these. Okay, and once you're finished here, just rolling over onto all fours on your front. So once you're on all fours, just sinking back into your heels, into child's pose, just holding child's pose. Good, and we're gradually going to add a little bit more movement now into the body, just building up energy. So for this next one, you're going to come forwards, going in a clockwise direction, shifting the weight forwards and then coming back onto your heels each time. So just rounding forwards onto all fours and then back down onto your heels. Good. So just nice and slowly, going at your own pace. Good, so shifting the weight onto the hands and then back down. Then changing direction here, so doing the same thing but going the opposite way. So shifting the weight now towards the right side, then to the left, then back onto your heels. Good, one more rotation here. Okay, and then just rest back down again in child's pose, just stretching out the chest, just holding this here. Taking a deep breath in, now breathing out, coming back onto all fours, moving into our cat camel now. So again, adding in some movement, just arching and rounding your spine. Lifting your head and hips, and then dropping them towards the ground. Good, just a few more of these. Okay, and then coming back to a neutral position, we're going to go into our hip flexor stretch next. So you're going to bring one foot forwards, the other foot staying back. So aiming to bring both your legs towards a right angle. If you're wobbling at all, just keep hold of a chair or a wall or something next to you. So starting off in the hip flexor stretch, sitting tall or kneeling tall, imagine someone's pulling you up to the ceiling, either with your hands at the side or on the front leg. And now we're going to again add some movement in by just shifting the weight forwards over the front leg and then shifting the weight back. Good. So as you push forwards, feeling more of a pull down the front of the thigh. Just try to make sure the knee's not coming over the top of the toes. So keeping the pelvis tilted underneath you. Good, one more, and then coming back again, so just kneeling, just taking your arms, if you're holding on, just do one arm at a time, and then just taking a deep breath in, reaching your arms up above your head, reaching tall, and then breathing out, bringing the arms back down to your side. We'll go for 3 of these, again taking a deep breath in, reaching your arms up, and breathing out. Good, and again, deep breath in, shoulders relaxed. And breathing out, coming down. And last one, deep breath in, reach your arms tall, and breathe out, coming down. Then we're going to switch sides here, so bringing the other leg forwards. You can hold on to something while you change if you need to. Untucking the toes, and then sitting tall, kneeling tall. Imagine someone's pulling you to the ceiling, holding that stretch to start with. And then again, gradually adding movement again, so shifting the weight forwards and backwards. Good. Keeping the pelvis tilted underneath you. Just 2 more. And then coming back to a neutral position again, and then again taking a deep breath in, sweeping your arms up over your head, reaching as tall as you can, and breathing out, coming down. Going for 3 more again. Deep breath in, arms reaching up, breathing out, arms coming down. Last 2, deep breath in, reaching as high as you can, over the head, and down. And last one, palms facing up to the ceiling as you reach, and flowing back down. Good. Okay, so bringing the leg back again, coming back onto all fours. So moving into our third dog for the next one, but we're going to do one leg, one arm at a time. So you're going to start off with my right arm, left leg, extending away. And as you do this, either coming back to neutral or go for a crunch, elbow to knee. Going for 30 seconds of these. So reach away and then crunch in at the center or just to neutral. Just keeping this movement going. Really reach as far as you can each time. Imagine your arms and legs are growing away from you. Okay, and then placing that arm, that leg back down onto the ground. Then same thing on the other side. Other arm, other leg away, and then together. Good, reach and then pull in. Last 3, 2, 1. Placing your hands and knee back down on the ground. Then again, shifting the weight back into child's pose. Just holding this. Creeping your hands forwards, letting your chest relax, letting your head relax towards the floor. Good. And then again, we're going to add more movement again to the child's pose. This time, just coming forwards, bringing the weight over your shoulders, so just shifting forwards and then just shifting the weight back into child's pose. So the further forward you go, the more challenging this is. Good. As you shift the weight forwards, try and engage the stomach muscles, drawing the belly button into the spine. Good. Now either just keep going with this movement, or if you want to progress it, have a go shifting the weight all the way forward, so you're extending your legs, you're lifting your chest up towards the ceiling and then shifting it back. So into an upward facing dog and then back into child's pose. Good. And last one of these. Then coming back again to all fours. And then next one, just making your way down onto your front. So lying flat on the floor on your front. Good, we're going to move into a Mackenzie press up here, or the cobra. So for this one, you want your fingertips planted down on the floor, your elbows at about chest height, and then aiming to relax your glutes, but just pushing through your fingertips, lifting your chest up off the floor, and then back down again. So just rolling through this movement, just working on the upper back muscles here. If you feel your glutes activate, if you feel them squeeze, then don't come quite so high. So Just using the upper body for this. Keep your elbows tucked in. It doesn't matter how high you go, just go at your own level here. It might just be your head coming up off the floor. You might be able to get more of your chest up. Good. And last one of these, coming up, this time sliding your arms forward, sliding your hands forwards, just holding this position now with your shoulders away from your ears, keeping your chest up. Good, taking a deep breath in and then slowly coming back down again. And then coming up onto all fours again and then making your way onto your back once more. Okay, so moving back into the bridge for the next one, just again pushing your back down into the floor and lifting up. Try and keep this movement flowing. Try and move slightly faster than you did in the first ones. Good, still keeping the control on the way down. Good, just going for one more of these. Okay, and then coming back down again, just pulling both knees towards your chest again. So again, getting that stretch for the lumbar spine, pulling your knees close, and this time just adding in a little bit of movement, so just rocking your knees side to side again. So just massaging the lower back here. Should feel quite nice. Okay, and then just changing direction here, reversing the movement. Okay, back to a neutral position, so back to the center, knees still into the chest. This time moving through again, but this time bring your knees out to the side and then into the center. So now activating the inside of the thigh, so feeling a bit more of a stretch there. Just bring the knees out away from each other and then in. Good, keep this going. Good, okay, placing your feet back on the floor, last one on your back, placing your hands by the floor, by your side, and then this next one, just taking your left leg, extending it away from you, just moving into some leg drops. So for this, keeping your lower back flat on the floor, just slowly down, slowly up, just going for 4 on each side, keeping your lower back pressed down into the floor. Good, then switching sides, 4 on the other leg, so extending the leg away, up towards the knee, and then down towards the floor. Good, okay, once you've done 4 of those, then placing your foot back on the floor, just moving over onto your side, and then rolling slowly up off the floor. Just take your time coming up. Okay, so once you're up off the floor, we're just going to move back into a few sweeping movements, so keeping the flow going here. So for the first one, I'm going to go for a big step back, lifting your arms up above your head, reaching tall, and then breathing out, coming forwards, just 1 foot at a time, just going at your own pace, but keep the movement going. So stepping back as your arms lift, deep breath in, and breathing out with the arms coming back down. Good, so just building energy into the body again here. Last few. And one more. Good, okay, we're gonna go back into our overhead reach for the next one. So taking a deep breath in, reaching your arms up above your head, bringing your hands together, bending your elbows once more here, and then breathing out, this time folding forwards, so leaning over, folding from the hips. As you come forwards, crossing your arms over and just hanging loosely, then rocking from side to side. So just a few rocks here, keeping your knees bent, letting your head hang loosely. Good, okay, and then back to the middle, release your arms, then slowly rolling back up one vertebrae at a time. Bring your shoulders back once you get to the top. And then again, taking a deep breath in, lifting your arms up above your head, reaching tall, bringing your hands together, bending your elbows so your hands reach behind your back. And again, bringing your arms back down, slowly coming forwards, again bending your knees, this time just reaching forwards, reaching down to your shins, just folding slowly down, and then slowly coming back up again. Good. Bringing your arms back to your side, feet about hip width apart, just moving into our chair posture, our chair pose. So this time bending your knees, reaching your arms up above your head, and then bringing the arms back down to your side as you extend. So just slowly reaching up, deep breath in. Going for 8 of these in total. Good, just going down to where it's comfortable. 4 more. Good, and last one. Good, okay, and then our last one we're going to go through, just feet again starting together. We're going to go for a step back again. This time bring your arms back and leaning forwards. The more you lean forwards, the more this challenges your balance. So just stepping back, leaning forwards, and then back to the center. Just keep this going though. Again, fluid movement. Bending your front knee. Deep breath in as you step back, and then breathing out, coming to center. Last 2. And last one. Good, and then the last movement, again, once again, just taking a deep breath in, reaching your arms up above your head, reaching as tall as you can, bending your elbows, reaching behind your back, and then reaching tall, letting your arms sweep back down slowly towards your side. Well done, and you can finish there, relax there. Good work, everyone. Hope you're feeling energized, ready for the rest of the day now.